Well, good morning, everyone, and thank you for joining me today at Juanette's Crafting Corner for my Quick Tip Thursday, episode number 22. I would like to thank these people for their comments, and especially Kim, who had the suggestion when I was working on this journal and I was having a little problem with making the signature tight. I was pulling the thread like this. She said if you pull the thread like this, it will make it easier and tighter. So thank you, Kim. I really appreciate that. And then the other thing is I wanted to mention is today is my 70th birthday. Yes, 70. I'm like, how can I be 70 years old? But I'm very blessed. I'm blessed that I have lovely children, that my health is very good, that I have found a hobby that I enjoy immensely, that I have a home and a roof over my head and plenty of food to eat. And I'm truly blessed. So, yeah, 70 years old. So anyway, let's get started on this Quick Tip Thursday. I hope you enjoy it, and we'll go from there. In one of my recent videos, I talked about my ephemera books and how I had stickers that were already coffee dyed, and I thought I would show you guys what I do to accomplish that. Now, what I used to do is I used to tear out the pages and then coffee dye them. But what I decided to do instead, now this one's the bees, birds, and butterflies sticker book. There is one that has forest animals, mushrooms, and fairies. Unless you do a lot of mushrooms, there isn't a lot of fairies in that book, but there is one that has a flower book, and I will have that in the description box. That I definitely recommend. I apologize for the glare, but I'm doing this video in my kitchen. What I do is I set up my book on my kitchen counter, and I start at one, page of the book, and all I do, and as I go through and coffee stain the pages, I just take old-fashioned clothespins to hold the pages down. I take coffee in just one of these Tim Holtz spray bottles, and I just spray the page, and then I leave it. I wait. I leave it. This book has been going on for 2 days. It just sits in my kitchen on the counter, and as they dry, I flip them over and do another page. So it's the next day, and you can see that they have curled up, and that's why I use the clothespins. So all I do is just clothespin it open, bring in my bottle, and just do a little bit of spray, and then just leave them to dry. So now my book is completely coffee dyed. I've gone through and coffee stained every page all the way through. And all the stickers have remained. I did use that one in a project, but like I said in a previous video, what I've usually done is I've gone through and cut them out and put them in individual books. But I don't think I'm going to do this one, at least not yet. This is what I've done in the past. This is my flower book. Let me open it up. And I've put them by colors into these pages. I've got this flower one, and then I have a birds and a bees one, and another butterfly one. But it's got other butterflies in it too, but it does have some of my coffee stained ones. But at least for now, there's more birds there. At least for now, I'm going to leave it in the original book just because to me, it's easy to open it up and see what I want to use. And I don't have to cut them out. But it does smell like coffee. So what I'm going to do, I've showed you this before. I have these little sachets that I have bought at our dollar store. Now make sure that your book is completely dry. Otherwise it might get moldy. But I add one of those in there. I'm going to add another one here toward the back. But then I'm also going to take some dryer sheets and add a few of those here and there in the book. And that will help take away that strong coffee smell. And then what I do is I put the book in some kind of a plastic sleeve. That way, all of that scent kind of stays in there and permeates. So probably every other day or so, I will move those sachets and dryer sheets around just to get the coffee smell out of the book. Go over and purchase these books. They are in the description box. They're absolutely wonderful. You won't have to do any more fussy cutting. I think I did say though, sometimes the coffee may take away a little bit of the stickiness when you go to use it. But like I said, all you will need to do is just use a little bit of wet glue on the pages if they aren't sticking real well. But I do want to show you just a little bit of a comparison of the coffee staining pages and what they are without the coffee staining. I just want to find kind of a brighter page. Well, let's just look at these flowers here. So that is with the coffee staining. This is one of the books that I have bought without it. So do you see how white it is around the edge? This has, I think I showed you or told you, it's the Forest, Fairies, and Fungi book. And there are some flowers in it. some greenery. It is a good book, but there's a lot of mushrooms. So unless you do a lot of mushroom stuff, there is kind of some foresty. Look at how ugly that little creature is. There is some forest animals. For me personally, I probably would not buy this one again. I would definitely buy the Flora one. Like I said, there isn't a lot of fairies here. I was a little disappointed about that. Couple of fairies there, couple there, but this one with the bees and the birds, definitely. This is a fantastic one, and the Flora one is a fantastic one. Now, I do want to show you some of the things that I made using these. And then they already looked aged. So here is one with some floral. This is just going to be a journaling tag. I put a label here, a little bit of Italian book page there. Here's a little bit of fabric, one of the stickers there. And I think I had used some botanical paper in the background and just another little label there. Here is an envelope I did with one of the birds there. I don't think I put anything on the inside, but I could also add another bird there. Here is a glassine bag, and I like that when you do put it on the page, you can see the image through it, but it's just a little journaling tag with a bird, some fabric, and a tab on it. This one has some of the fuzzy cotton tape that I like to use, a tab. This is some other paper I did at one point. I think it was a master board, and I did put some Mod Podge over it. This was a background page with a jelly print, and here's one of the butterflies here. On this one, I did a flower and a small little butterfly there and some fabric. And then here is another one. It's just a little coin envelope. I did put a butterfly on both sides. So anyway, I hope this helped you so that you don't have to go around and coffee stain every single image that you might use on tags or journal pages. Just coffee stain the heck out of a book, let it dry in between. Thanks so much for joining me today at this Quick Tip Thursday, and I'll see you guys next Thursday. Thanks, and bye-bye.